3 feet from gold. I think it was Greg Reed that wrote the book, but, everyone that went to San Francisco, they were called the 49ers, and everyone was searching for gold. Yep. The guy that said, let me sell you a shovel. Oh, wait, all you guys are here. You guys need food. Oh, all you guys are here. You guys need this. You guys need that.
100%.
Right. Let me sell you all the shit that you need while you're digging for riches.
Yeah.
That's crazy, right?
That's literally the mentality.
Literally
shift.
it. Yeah.
And when I realized that, and the thing is, like, you can have multiple things, right? What did I do with that money? I invested it in real estate. I have a little portfolio. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, you could still be an investor, but like, you don't have to just do that. Like, how are you going to get there? Right? Everyone's talking about, oh, you can do this without your own money. Okay, sure, you can. Yeah. It's a lot easier with money. You know what I mean? It's a lot easier
That's
being
true.
able to float, the rehab. It's a lot easier being able to buy your gap in cash.
Hey guys, thanks so much for tuning in so far. If you've enjoyed what you've been listening to and you're looking to scale your real estate portfolio, we have our Scalers Only Mastermind that is now open and accepting applications. So, if you'd like to join the family, be a part of the community, and scale your business, all you got to do is click the link below. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Scalers Only Show, where we talk real estate, business, and lifestyle in that order. And today, I've got my man, Mr. Don Esteban Ceron.
He's a Don, man.
Did I get that?
You got that perfectly.
Finally,
right on the money.
Off air, I wasn't so correct. And just to introduce, my good friend here, Mr. Esteban. So I met Esteban 4 years ago.
3, 4, something like that. Yeah.
Something like that. We were at a mastermind together. No one knew you.
No one.
But you were trying to peddle me this deal, real estate deal.
Amazing deal.
And you're like, know the address? You're like, you came to me like a crackhead. You're like, man, just buy my deal, bro. Just buy this deal.
I said, I heard you're the Linden.
I got right.
You heard wrong. I'm kidding. Kidding.
He goes, I'm the Brian Freeze.
But no, fast forward to today. You're building, multi-million-dollar developments, and not just like as a limited guy, but like you own this stuff. You're an owner of multiple massive apartment buildings. You're building big shit, and I just think it's a testament to your hard work and being around the right people for a long time. And so I want to give you a proper introduction, but welcome to the show.
Some cool shit, man. Yeah. Those big developments.
Appreciate you guys.
Do you get a little tear in your eye when you go there to like not cut the ribbon, you know what I mean, but like those.
Are you gonna have the shovel in your hand though?
You did already, didn't you?
We did that one.
Yeah,
the Newark
that
one,
was
right?
the Newark one, right?
Yeah,
okay.
But at that point, we only own 10%. We'll now be owning all of it. Obviously, we'll have to give some away along the way.
Yeah.
It's part of the process, but yeah.
50-50.
Is it crazy to look
Nah.
back? Because it really hasn't been that long since you were just doing just residential houses.
Yeah, it is a little crazy to look back even last month. It's always like, it's all about perspective.
Progression.
Right?
Yeah.
In 4 years, that's a quick time. What changed? Seriously, that's a super fast. To what you're doing now and a whole city thing. And
I think Terry nailed it on the head earlier when he said being around the right people. That's really what it all comes down to, is just getting, in the right rooms with the right people and learning off them, soaking it up like a sponge.
How did you start with contracting?
Well, I'm Latino. So.
see,
Touche.
No, it actually stems from my mom. So
I was gonna ask that if it was family or.
Yeah, my mom's a hustler. She's been her own boss since she was 19. So she started with like a jean line, and then when we moved to the States, she was actually working like 2 shift jobs, one for
like a line of jeans.
Yeah, that was her that was her first business. She was like a jean designer and producer in Colombia.
I want a pair.
Come on.
Then the Chinese came in and
it
was done. It was over. But
like, we do for $1.
Yeah, something literally.
Horrible accent.
Yeah, it's
horrible.
That's very professional. Anyway.
Do you know where you're at?
Well, I'm starting to find out. No, but when she came here, she was working at Kroger and then like at a part packaging company for Honda. And she was just like, we didn't come to America for this. So she started buying cars and flipping cars.
Oh, wow.
And
Nice.
then that kind of failed in 2008. And she went to realtor school, met a guy there who's like, oh, man, my cousin owns all these rental properties. And, he's buying all these properties, but we just have no crews to fix them. So she's like, I got crews. She didn't have no crews. She had zero crew. She literally went to El Michoacano or whatever it's called,
Yeah.
the Mexican
Yeah.
mart, and she started asking people if they wanted work.
Your mom is a hustler. Holy
Dude,
crap!
she's a boss.
That's where you get it from.
Literally, yeah. So she started doing that, and
She's like, I can do this.
Yeah.
Now I can do this.
she became a GC almost overnight, literally. Especially as a woman in this
How fucking
business.
cool,
It's
right?
What's an immigrant mentality?
Yeah.
You do whatever needs to be done. You come here and fit in. It's like I'll get it done. If I don't know how, I'll learn and do it.
Well, dude, that's actually the crazy part, because, so in my opinion, there's two American dreams. There's the one that they sell you, and the real one, right? The one they sell you is, go to college, blah 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 blah, and that's
Literally,
it.
they sell it. You got to pay for it.
Yeah, exactly. But
Touche.
on the other side of the spectrum is my dad, who his American dream was just getting to America. So once you get to America, like, you're already living 99% better than the rest of the
Yeah.
world.
Than the rest of the world.
He was content with that, living in a small, rural area, which is called Richwood, Ohio, which is where we first came.
Richwood Bank.
Yeah, that's where Richwood Bank's from.
Oh.
shit, that's
They're a
hilarious.
great bank. They've scaled. Scalers only.
Plug. Shameless.
This episode. But no, so he was content. He was, he was actually working a white collar job in Colombia. Came here, started as a janitor, and then he started working at a line production for like United Rotary Brush is what it was called. They made like the street sweepers, and he was okay staying there his whole life. Mom was like, "Fuck that, that ain't for me." So it was a little bit of a battle of like, we already got be appreciative of what we got. She's like, dude, we didn't give up everything to come here and work 9 to 5, like, we're business people. So that's kind of how the whole dream started. And then in '08 when it crashed, that's kind of how it went.
So let me ask you this. I was going to go a different way, but I'd like to go this way. Do you think that when people do come to the States and they see, which I would call a lack of work ethic, let's call it what it is. Do you think that they see that as like an athlete that sees weakness on a basketball floor, or they see that there's an opening, or wow, I'm better prepared than this person, or is it that it's just ingrained in the DNA?
Yeah, I
don't think you really compare. It's just something that's ingrained.
I don't think
you don't compare yourself.
You're just feel lucky to be part of it, because again, you're making more money than what you even thought was realistic in your third world country, right? I mean, in Colombia, it's $7 a day is minimum wage. Here, it's what, $8 an hour? I mean, think about that. That's already such a
15.
Is it 15 now? Is it California?
I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't worked a minimum in a while, luckily.
It is. It is crazy that like a lot of the blue collar stuff is so glorified in other countries and not here, right?
Yeah.
Like contracting and like working with your hands is something like all Latin cultures and like a lot of other cultures value. But then like you come to America, and if you don't have a college degree or you don't have something else, and there was a long time like
when I first got here, sure. Now I think it's kind of
Now it's flipping back.
It's like
When did you guys get here?
plumbers,
Because you moved here when you were young. You were born in Colombia, right?
Yeah. So I came here in '99, so I was 6. But yeah, back then, it was, and that's
Shoot,
something
you're
I
young.
did fight with my mom with, even though she didn't really go to college. She's like, "Oh, I came here to give you a better life. You got to go to college," because that's what she thought was the best route. Luckily, now she has finally admitted that she was wrong.
Told you, Mom.
Yeah, but no, it's crazy, because when you come here, you truly think like, we made it. Like, that's for them, for us as immigrants. Like, American dream is just living here, not having to worry about getting shot in the street corner. Well, probably shouldn't say that right now. You get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
for sure.
So,
and everybody else here takes that for granted.
100%.
What's a lottery? I know in like Bangladesh, to come here to get the visa, it's a lottery system. So many people want to come, so you get picked. And if you get picked, oh my God, I won the lottery, and you get to come here.
I mean,
Is that really how they do it?
Yeah, it's a lottery system.
It's fucked up.
Or it used to be.
We got here, luckily, my dad's sister had married an American back in the 70s.
Good job.
Took 14 years for his paperwork
to be able to come through.
To be able to come through. So, like, the plan of us coming here happened before I was even conceived or even in plans.
Jesus.
One day when I was like 5 years old, got the letter in the mail, said, "Hey, no, it's been 14 years. If you got kids and a wife, they qualify too. So, welcome to the United States. Here's your green card." And
Sweet.
So that's how we got here. Yeah.
Damn.
And then the dawn started.
Yeah.
then the Don came
The
in.
dawn was here. That's some cartel stuff there, man.
The
Shoot.
universe conspired.
Are you part of the cartel, Don?
I wish I was.
What do you know about the
Construction cartel right here.
I mean, I know.
Now that's catchy.
The construction.
That's catchy.
Construction cartel. There you go.
Hold on, let me write that down. Construction
I want
cartel.
royalties.
Yeah,
There you go.
that's gonna be my course coming
LLC.
soon.
Buy it. Buy the LLC now.
construction cartel.
I buy the domain.
Yeah. Speaking of courses, what do you think about like some of these guys and courses? And it seems like everyone and their moms like got a course now
Hey.
on something.
I got one I want to sell. Actually, I'm kidding.
I respect the hustle because, like, if you can sell, you can sell. Now, it does bother me when I see people that haven't done what they're selling. That kind of pisses me off because it's kind of fraud, right? So, like, I respect the hustle of, like...
Is it kind of fraud or is it fraud?
It's fraud. It's fraud. It's fraud.
Misrepresentation.
Yes. Again,
Yeah.
I respect the hustle of trying to go out there and make money because, like, we all have that right
Yeah.
to go make money. However, when you're selling something...
It's misleading.
It's misleading, right? So, if you're going to sell something, hopefully you're at least somewhat of an expert.
Well, you have to realize you're also responsible for many of the people that are now joining or taking your course, and it's not just you. You're actually responsible for teaching, and you have an obligation to make sure they,
100%.
learn something that you're saying you're selling them.
100%. And that's honestly, my content guys are always like, we got to figure out a course. I'm like, dude, I'm not. I don't know what to sell because they're like, oh, you can do a wholesale. I'm not wholesale. I tried to wholesale. This guy denied me.
I should have bought the deal.
It was a great
by the
fucking
way.
deal. Find something that good right now.
Like, honestly, like,
Yeah.
using some of our strategies like that, I mean, we probably would have made 110
Yeah.
on that deal.
If you would have sold it today, sure. I was
That's
offering
the
it for
strategy.
50.
Buy and hang on.
Yeah, buy and hang on.
And then
Actually, I remember the numbers.
and then use the tax code to be able to flip and trade into other stuff that's way bigger,
That's
right?
the 1031 exchange.
Yes, but then there's some like refinance strategies you use before and after, and
Yeah.
just to extract capital at all times.
Yeah.
it's
Tax
my
free.
big- Deferred.
Deferred. Kicking the can down the road.
The IRS is
Yeah,
not watching.
okay. We call it deferred. You call it kicking the can. I'm a huge fan of kicking the can.
Yeah.
Because money now is always better than money later,
100%.
and I'm sure like in your business, we've talked about this a number of times, like how having money in your account, like that, like we were talking about that junk removal business, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like how important is that, like in your business, to be able to just, because everyone sees these big numbers, like, oh, I'm gonna buy this for this, and I'm gonna sell it for this. No,
They don't
dude.
understand the numbers
The
of the
time.
thing. Yeah.
There's a time component to this stuff,
100%. Yeah.
And I don't think many people, especially like starting out or younger people, understand the time component.
Oh yeah. It takes a while to make your first big paycheck. You know what I mean? So
How long did it take you?
fuck. I
That's
guess
a good
what do you
question.
consider a big paycheck? You know what I mean? For me at the time.
For you at the time, yeah.
One where you go out that night.
What was your wow, I got this check? Like, what was the one that actually
Like, I'm
whoa,
getting
this is
The
pretty
Canal
cool?
Mansion, we netted 1.2 million across
That's pretty
3
big.
partnerships.
That's pretty big.
Yeah, so it was like 250K for my side of it. I was like, damn.
That was that big one with you got all the exotic cars and stuff lined up, right?
Yeah, that was when I was like, oh, okay.
I saw that was a sweet
we're
one.
going to Hawaii.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, that's when it was like, all right, we're on to something.
After
So,
that, is that when you decided you're gonna start doing more of those? And
yeah, it was after that. Sold 750,000 over asking. Yeah, that's when I was like, fuck, these
How'd
little
you-
800 square foot homes, dude.
Yeah.
but how did you get into that one? Like, did someone approach you, or was it all of
Yeah.
a sudden like I'm gonna try something different?
It was
Or
actually Austin. So the AA Bros, I don't know if you guys know them, the Saroof brothers.
okay,
They were wholesalers. They found this great deal, $280,000 for this 5,000 square foot home
That's
out in
crazy.
Canal.
out in Canal. And then they're like, we just need a GC, and then we need the money. So they approached Austin for the money. Austin approached me for the GCing of it. So we all kind of partnered up, and they brought the deal, and they were going to bring some of the money. Austin was going to bring most of the money, and I was going to bring the quality, if you will.
So, speaking of Ryan Pineda, was on a call with Patrick Bet-David, part of his mastermind. We talk about this stuff all the time. Be part of mentorships of people where you want to be.
Right.
And he's like, he pulls up, I'm on this call with him, and he pulls up this podcast I have with Ryan Pineda. And since, this is like a year ago, but Ryan Pineda since then has blown up, went viral, all this stuff. And he's like, dude, you have a very, very good voice. And I'm like, you like how I went down when I said that?
Yeah.
And I was like, what you talking about? And he's like, no, dude, you got a good voice. I'm like, nah, bro, you don't even know what you're talking about, blah, blah, blah.
Look at this jockey.
Yeah, it's like,
Terry
maybe
FM.
I should just go radio, non
Oh,
video.
Thanks a
but
lot,
no,
Pat.
He does have the radio face.
He does.
Yeah.
I know. Took me a second.
But as we began to go into it, the whole course and that whole thing, he's like, look, man, this is one of those things that, you're going to get people that go in, they come out. They're going to come in, they're going to go back out. And so it's like trying to create that lifetime customer in a business where you continue to sell them stuff on information. Seems like it's just like a never-ending battle, Sure. And I'd like to get your thoughts on that and why maybe you don't go that education route.
So I'm not saying I'm not going to ever go into it. I just want to make sure that when and if I do, it's something of value.
Construction cartel.
Construction cartel, exactly. Something
LLC.
Yeah, something along the lines of like, I'm actually selling value, and I'm not just selling some fancy, workshop or some bullshit. I don't want to sell some bullshit. I don't want people to be like, yeah, this didn't work for me.
Yeah.
It won't work for anybody, obviously, because that's just the way humans are. If you don't actually try, then it's not going to happen. But I do want to sell something with value if I do ever get to that point.
Minus construction, what's your biggest strength personally do you think you have right now?
Talking to people, having people feel heard.
You're a pretty personal guy.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I don't really shy down from conversations. So I think that's one of my stronger
So the
suits.
communication
He
cartel
livens
and
a
the
room.
construction cartel.
There
You
you
got all
go.
the C's.
The 3 C's.
Yeah. That's my liquor store, by the way. 3C.
And this episode.
Sponsored by.
So how did you get from going from residential construction, mainly flips, rehabs,
Right.
to now you're doing commercial development, big development? Because that's
Yeah.
a huge jump to go from
Yeah, I mean, talk about the
one
Newark. Not
property
people.
to 180 units.
Newark's a
Or
city here in
180
Columbus.
units,
yeah.
Tell us about the Newark thing. I mean,
Yeah,
to a lot of
so-
listeners that don't know.
Yeah. So, I mean, I wouldn't say that I went from this to this because I'm still doing
It was
this.
a long-
I'm still doing construction. I'm still my main bread and butter. What I realized, I was almost had an identity crisis because I was only around wholesalers, flippers, investors. It's like, I want to be like them, right? Because contracting isn't sexy. I mean, we all know that. But lately,
It's essential,
I've
but it's not
I've
sexy.
embraced it more, right? I'm like, why am I trying to be like 99% of the people that want to be in real estate when my niche is, like you said,
Yeah, and
like,
it's extreme. It's the most needed niche.
it's the most needed. And what other contractor do you know, to your point earlier that we were talking about off mic, that has that lifestyle? You know what I mean? Like, not very many
Not very many.
contractors are in those circles, right? So it's like, why do I have to not expose my
Yeah.
worth? So I'm still doing the contracting, but now I've been able, because of people I've met, put in systems, processes, the right people to be able to focus on other
Monopoly
things.
mastermind.
Literally, I did go to that. You know what I mean? As a contractor, I went to that. No, I'm serious.
That was after.
That's right.
yeah.
You did come to that.
Yeah.
No, 100%.
Went to
That
two
was one of the
them.
first ones.
Yeah. No,
You
absolutely.
made big changes.
Well, that's the
after
thing.
that.
I was taking things that I was learning from these flippers, investors, wholesalers, and applying it to the construction. I think that's my main difference. I'm not in the business, right? I'm not actively working on rehabs myself, but I'm putting in those systems and processes that I got from, because it's business at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
Business is business. And that's how I've been able to kind of not put that on the back burner, but not have to spend 100 hours a week in that business. And because of that and networking, I've been able to pivot and been in different places and identify talent. Going back to your other point, what's my other thing is, like, I know when someone is legit. Sometimes I don't. I've learned the hard way. I mean, I've been scammed out of hundreds of thousands of dollars. So I'm not sitting here saying I'm perfect when it comes to identifying
Yeah.
people, but I'm pretty good at figuring out who's real and who's not. And that's kind of what got me to the development. Is I figured out, hey, these guys are the real deal. They still had that small mindset of working for others, and I was like, you're pure gold, baby. Like, I know exactly what you got. If I can figure out the money piece,
Yeah.
can you develop these apartments for like all day? So say less. You know
Nice.
what I mean? And that's how it kind of went to be. Is the development is literally just identified the perfect guy for the right chair.
So let's talk about the development piece. Obviously, in any development, there's a lot of people and a lot of pieces to the puzzle.
100%.
You almost have to be like an artist and an architect at the same time.
He's the Don, the developer Don.
He ain't Master P the last one, but he's the Don.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. But there's a lot of people that's involved with that process, and you've had some heartburn with
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Talk about maybe some people that maybe you had an initial gut feeling about, but then didn't turn out the way that you really wanted it to.
Not names.
Not names.
Not
No,
names.
not names, but I mean,
In
dude,
development
it's
or
an
just in my
experience.
life?
No, I mean, like,
can be
let's
either.
start with development, and then we can go wherever you
Okay.
want. But I'm just saying, like, we initially always have these gut feelings, right?
Right.
About certain people, because business is always processes, people, and then you get the profit at the end of the day. So,
Right.
but, the processes, that comes with time and age and wisdom and going to masterminds and figuring it out. But then it's always like that gut feeling you get with people.
Yeah.
You get that one bad apple, man. It's
Yeah.
like cancer that just infiltrates.
Literally, and I definitely won't share names because this is actually close to home. I'll just say this: we started the partnership with more than 2 of us, and we're down to 2. So to your point, always had that feeling of, is this guy the real deal, or are these guys the real deal? And it turns out after only time will tell. Time exposes everything, right? So after we've been working on this newer project for 2 years now. It's been 2 years.
It's been 2 years?
It's been 2 years. We've ground broke. We've paused. Made a fool of ourselves. I mean, it's the whole thing.
I disagree on that part.
Of what?
Made a fool of yourself.
Well,
So everything.
Maybe internally you'd see, but from external it doesn't look that way.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's an internal thing, man.
more. It's more because we advised against that groundbreaking. We said we're not ready for that groundbreaking. We still have the biggest piece. We've got everything. We got building permits in hand,
Yeah.
which is beautiful. Technically, yes, we can start. However, till the wire hits.
Yeah. Dude,
Don't count it.
that's the biggest piece of gold. Until the wire hits, don't count your chickens.
Celebrate.
100%. 100%.
No, but I think that one of the cool things about you, man, is that you have foresight on, especially, I mean, that area, I mean, it's literally, I mean, Joe Biden, love him, like him, hate him, whatever, he
Yeah.
mentions the specific piece of ground that
Newark.
you own
Right. In Lincoln County.
in his presidential addresses every single time. So, I mean, you got a gold mine.
How much are you paying for that, by the way? I'm just kidding.
Well, that was the one moment that I was like, dude.
You're like, that's
we
us.
look like genius. So just like
So,
I felt like an
when
idiot,
you
I felt
heard
like a
like Joe
genius.
Biden say that, did you not feel like a genius?
I called my partner right away and I said, turn on the news.
Check this out.
We're
We're
on the
famous.
news, baby. Let's go.
He's like, what's going on? I was like, turn on the news. And yeah, he had announced that. And the ironic part is the Newark one we had been in contract to buy 2 months before that announcement. The one in New Albany, we had put in contract the day before the announcement.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
So the sellers
Talk about
were probably
timing.
a little pissed off.
We saw a piece of land that was
Yeah.
listed for 800, and then once they announced it, took it down, relisted it for 8 million, and then it sold 7 million or something like that. And it
That was
sold.
6
Yeah, it was him.
too.
It was Esteban.
we bought it for $555. The 3 acres on Beach Road, right next to Intel, Amazon, and Meta.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's pretty crazy. If I had the bandwidth, I'd love to develop it. Or we're actually going to sell that piece of land to get the Newark project to have a lower cost
Fund.
basis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a cool thing with land. If you have the right partners and you can figure everything out in the money piece,
Mm-hmm.
dude, all you're doing is just playing with bigger numbers,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. That's literally
Isn't
what
that kind of
development
the
is. That's exactly
I feel
what
like
it
It's
is.
like you want to
developer-
play with pennies.
I feel like
You're
you're
gonna make
perfect.
nickels. You play with hundreds of thousands of dollars. You're gonna make millions.
Yeah, exactly right.
100%.
I feel like the developer is like the perfect bridge between investor and contractor, and you have the personality for both.
And you
right?
do both.
Because a lot of contractors just want to do their shit
Yeah.
and not network, not deal with anyone, not do that kind of stuff.
Right.
They don't want to deal with contracting shit.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
contractors
well, that's kind of the thing.
they don't want to go to networking events, right?
No.
Contractors, they want to be in the
No.
Well, they're
weeds.
tired, dude. They work 9 to 5. They're
100%.
slinging hammers. You want to go
Well,
networking after that?
It kind of
Hell
ties
no.
into your new venture, too. You're doing something with the NIL and athletes, right, too? That's what's really cool.
So, yeah, all these different things get me in front of different
Yeah.
people, and when it clicks, it clicks. So I'm actually partnered with a guy named Zach Beebe. He owns NIL Management, and what that is that NIL bill, name, image, likeness. So he represents over 180 athletes now from Ohio State. I think there's 2 other states. I don't know if I can say that yet, but Ohio State.
Yeah, it's
is the
huge.
main
Zach's
one.
killing it. I mean, you're both killing it.
Yeah, but long story short, he's making these athletes, some of them, not all of them, but some of them, over 7 figures a year.
That's
which,
amazing.
Back in the day, I mean, if you
Can't
remember
even
the-
dream that.
Yeah, if you remember the what's
Under
the
the
golden
table.
pants fiasco back in whenever.
Oh,
was
yeah.
it?
Nobody's selling their golden pants anymore.
Yeah. Yo, now
No,
they
dude,
can.
and
Now they can.
I personally, like, let's talk about that. Like, I personally love that. I love the fact that you have collegiate athletes that
Yeah.
are, like, making money.
making money.
I mean, granted, I was D3, but I paid money.
But,
Like,
that's the thing, though. Is
you guys deserve to make
That
money.
wouldn't have
You
changed.
can make money, putting yourself out there now, which is a beautiful thing for these guys. So they're making all this money, and now they're like, now what? So what Zach and I decided to do is like, let's teach them about real estate because it's the #1 proven asset class, and we know it's going to work. So we're not going to look like idiots.
Give it enough time, you always win.
Exactly.
So you got a course already. You didn't even know.
Yeah, who knows? But that's really what we're doing. We're helping these guys invest into real estate so that not only can they grow their portfolio, but when they get to the next level, if they get to the next
Have something
level,
there for themselves.
They'll understand how to invest.
not even that, guys. Is to write off their income because as soon as you get to the NFL, NBA, you're gonna be making millions, and guess what? That gets slashed in half.
That 50% man's coming for you. Yeah.
Yeah, unless you have a real estate portfolio. So it's the tax advantage is, I guess, my biggest sell point. But obviously, the financial literacy that comes with don't buy a gold chain, don't buy the car in cash, go buy some assets, let the assets pay for the liabilities. Everything that I learned, just translating it to kids that have no idea. The colleges don't teach them this shit. You know that.
No.
They didn't teach me that. So
Didn't
I was
teach
like,
me that.
Yeah,
Fuck
the
no.
high schools don't. None of that. So
I learned zoology.
What is zoology?
It's the study
What?
of how
Zoos?
organisms start from like single cell to like double cell to triple
That's called
cell.
biology.
yeah,
Not
zoology's the
Zoology is like when and then
Animals.
like then they go into animals and you have these different things and
He didn't learn zoology.
Real
I
estate,
cheated.
business, lifestyle, and
Zoology.
anatomy. Zoology. We're going to add that in the description.
Thanks.
That's awesome.
I mean,
But I got an A in that class. I got an A.
you have a lot going on for you right now, though. And between that and your construction and everything, like, how are you managing and handling all
How do
that?
you-
Like, do you have a
how are
team
you
behind you now
balancing
too, or
Yeah, so
how?
for the construction team, I finally have a solid team, and I'm not talking about the subcontractors. I'm talking about the managing people. I've got two great PMs, a great material runner, and a great admin that does all the bullshit that I was dealing with in the past.
VA.
And a VA, absolutely.
Fuck yes.
Guess where I got that from? This guy right here. Monopoly.
Love it, love
the
it.
Monopoly Mastermind.
The
coming to
Monopoly
you.
Mastermind.
Use my discount code, 10%.
That's amazing. Using all that,
5%.
it lets you free up your time to be able to do and expand other things. Then, huh?
Well, just lean into the right people. Once you
Yeah.
figure out those relationships, you figure out who's good at what, right? The development, like the first 8 months, I was like, what's my value here? Because my partner Kareem was developing this thing
Yeah.
straight up. He was used to developing. He develops all the gas stations, the sheets. You've seen those around
No
town.
shit.
Oh, crap.
That's what.
He
That's
brought us
awesome.
to Columbus. Huh?
Yeah, he does 10 to 12 of those at a time.
How many
That's
of
what
There's
he's
so
done.
many of those now. They like came to Columbus and just attacked. They're
yeah.
everywhere.
They're going
love
for
them.
it. Yeah, they're going for it. Yeah, I love them too.
I
dude.
love them.
Yeah.
They're just so clean and nice.
They're privately. It's one of the largest privately held gas station or whatever companies in America, I
They
believe,
don't
right?
sell themselves as gas stations.
They're
Or not,
They're a
whatever it is.
restaurant that happens to sell gas.
Yeah.
That's how they get
And that's
gas.
the
Dude,
loophole
like
they're using to build in New Albany, I believe, right?
They already
Because
did.
New Albany. Oh, they
That's
started.
what
That.
they're
No,
doing.
the other one. They want to build one on that
another one?
roundabout,
Oh.
and they're trying to say no.
Yeah,
It's a
that's how they just
restaurant with
proposed
that.
that happens to have
Yeah.
gas.
Dude, I remember specifically, I was in contract to sell. You remember North Meadows?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think you were there. And my life was North Meadows for a long time. All right.
And you nicknamed me North Meadow? No, you're North
You
Meadow.
were North- I was
No,
gonna move you into North
I like
Meadow.
going there. I don't know why. It was fun.
Listen, yeah, you
Exhilarating.
Because you went for 30 minutes. Anyways, but then like I was in contract for to sell this place, right? And I'm like, what do they know? Like you always think like when you sell something, what does the buyer know that I don't know? Why do they want this so bad?
Right.
Right? And then on the flip side, same thing, right?
Hope
But
they
then,
don't find out that on the revenue.
I'm in contract and they get the appraisal. As soon as they get the appraisal, I'm like, why did the CVS get tore down? Why is the trucks here? Then, oh, they're putting in gas tanks. And then I see
the sheets.
the sheets. And I'm like, you gotta be
Oh,
kidding
sheets.
me. And I'm like, they knew. They knew.
sheets.
Oh,
And I
sheets.
was like, you know what? And I kind of let it go. And I was like, man,
Did you make money?
I made money.
All right.
And so, like, but it was just one of those things. Like, it was a huge deal for me,
Yeah.
at least. It's a huge deal. And, but, you know, you always wonder, like, what does the seller see that I don't?
Those apartments are the ones that broke me.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
I did not know that.
Why? What
North
happened?
Meadows?
Yeah.
Thanks for allowing me.
How'd
to
they
make
break
money.
you?
Turns?
Not break me financially, just break me like mentally.
Yeah.
man.
From doing that weeds.
Agent or
In the weeds.
Yeah, this one C D B, and you need this and you need that. I'm like,
Huh?
what the hell is going on here, man?
Good job.
And it's
Good job,
like-
Terry.
It's like, no, but I will say this, like,
It was a good learning lesson,
at least,
though.
At least in the real estate space, the D class real estate. I'm not even gonna call this C. This is D class real estate, and D-class real estate, it looks sexy on paper, but what happens in real life?
The
What happens
management
in
of
real life? That's a completely different story.
100%.
And that's what a lot of young investors don't understand, is that things might look good on paper, but what actually happens in
It's
real
not
life.
passive. It's not passive like they say. Oh, you're gonna have 30
You
units.
gotta
It's
work
passive.
it. You gotta work it. You know.
It's only
And so-
passive when you get the gray hairs.
So anyone like listening and paying attention, it's like, you know, when you see a great deal, you don't think that Wall Street's already vetted this. You don't think someone that's been there and done that has already vetted this. Like, you might come across a great deal, like you were talking about earlier. We were talking about a really massive deal. You don't think someone's already vetted that deal?
Yeah.
They've vetted it, and so you got to realize that the work and the time component to some of these things. And it goes back to the contracting side.
Right.
You know, you have to figure out what jobs do you take, what jobs do you not take, what jobs make sense, what jobs don't make sense, which ones am I gonna be? I'm gonna be roped in this shit for 15 months.
Right.
And
Should I keep this investor happy? Should I not?
Yes.
Is it worth it?
That was one of the biggest learning lessons as I started.
Just
It was
learning to say no.
learning to say no, who the real deals are, who's not the real deal, who, you know what I mean, who's gonna fuck you.
how do
who's
you
not
say
gonna fuck
no
you.
today, though?
How do I say no
How do you
today?
say no?
Unfortunately, I either don't have the capacity or that's just not how I work.
Let me re-ask the question.
Okay.
When do you say no?
When they want me to finance at 0%. When they say, "Oh, can we do draws? Because my hard money lender does draws." No, motherfucker, that's not my
I don't.
problem.
Go talk to them.
that's not my problem. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'll finance you, but not at 0%. Like, you know what I mean? So,
What is the percent?
we could talk that offline.
We talking about
It depends on who you are, you know? It
That's
depends
not
on your
hot-
credit
that's
score.
Not, that's not hot, Mike. That's off, Mike.
That's a relationship right there.
Yeah, exactly. It depends
Let me
on your credit score.
run your
Underwrite
credit.
it.
Let me get 87 references, please.
Literally. Just like those tenants, right?
Thanks, Dick.
But no, I mean, it's all great lessons. This is,
Yeah.
Yeah, what is one of the biggest lessons you've learned from like the contracting side that now has taken you to?
'Cause we haven't really
To
had
be-
too many like construction contractors in here. What is something that
Yeah, we
feels
have.
You're a developer.
Developer.
I'm gonna
Sorry,
call you-
yeah.
I'm a
gonna call you
GC too,
developer.
baby.
But
That's,
he's-
that's the
but
bud.
He's
That's
been
the-
all over the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you know what? Like I said before, I was like, yeah, I'm the developer. I'm a flipper. No, motherfucker, I'm a general contractor. You know what I mean? And that's okay. And that's what's gotten me to where I am today. I'm actually proud of that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I want to have my own identity. So it's okay to be a general contractor because you can make some fucking
I want to
great
say,
money.
I do want to say this on air. There was one time we were at an event, and I introduced you as a general contractor.
Yeah.
And this is probably a year and a half ago, and you said, "F that. I ain't no contractor." I think specifically you said, "I ain't nobody's contractor," and I was like, "Okay, fine."
Yeah.
And I always remembered that. And now to see you come back to that,
Yeah.
I think it's maybe it's like it's humbleness. It's
Full circle.
full circle. You know where you're at, but you also know that your skill set is fucking valuable.
Yeah.
I use the F word on the back end of that to emphasize the point. But see how that worked, the
Yeah.
full circle point. But no, man, I think it's extremely valuable, and I think that you realize that you are the most valuable piece.
I think that's,
You're the heart of it all.
I think that's the mentality shift that I had. Before I was like trying to get away from that, wanting to only be an investor.
Bro, you gotta own that.
Instead of leaning
Dude,
into it.
The
Yeah,
riches are in the niches.
Yeah.
The riches are in the niches. If 9 people are investors, the 10th better be a contractor or no one's going to make it happen.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's like the whole 3 feet from gold. I think it was Greg Reed that wrote the book, but everyone that went to San Francisco, they were called the 49ers, and everyone was searching for gold.
Yep.
The guy that said, "Let me sell you a shovel." Oh,
Yeah.
wait, all you guys are here. You guys need food. Oh, all you guys are here. You guys need this. You guys need that.
100%.
Right. Let me sell you all the shit that you need while you're digging for riches.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
crazy, right?
That's literally the mentality.
Literally
shift.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I realized that, and the thing is, like, you could have multiple things, right? What did I do with that money? I invested in real estate. I have a little portfolio. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, you could still be an investor, but like, you don't have to just do that. Like, how are you going to get there? Right? Everyone's talking about, oh, you can do this without your own money. Okay, sure, you can.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier with money. You know what I mean? It's a lot easier
That's
being
true.
able to float, the rehab. It's a lot easier being able to buy your gap in cash. So, through contracting, I've been able to get to where I want to be. I mean, I'm not where I want to be, but you get what I'm saying. Closer to
You're on your way very
On your
fast.
path.
We're all
On the
on the
path.
way. I don't know if we ever get there. It's all
Brother, in
that's-
the last,
Yeah.
4 or 5 years, however long we've known each other. It's been an incredible thing for me to see your journey and just how far you've gotten. Like, shit, what you're doing. It's incredible. That's why you're here.
I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, even for me.
Don't want to say that.
Because even just seeing you in that first mastermind and then seeing how stressed you were, and then now seeing like some of the stuff you're doing,
Oh,
and
dude,
you seem happy as a
I was a
clan.
mess, dude.
You are a hot mess.
I was a mess.
You're like,
That's what happens when
what's
you
a
don't have an
virtual
identity then,
assistant?
Well, that's the
Wait,
thing.
I can talk text?
But that's not something that
We're like, dude, talk text
No,
your
okay,
shit.
no talk text, okay? It's good for you, but it sucks for everybody else.
Not
I
talk
love
text.
it.
I'm sorry. Voice record.
Screw your
Voice
voice
record.
record, no.
I love the voice.
My
record.
VHS
He
and
hates
voice
my-
record.
Dude,
no,
I like
my
seeing the
VHS
text
and
and
voice
see it,
recorder.
whatever. I'm not
If
gonna
I
sit here and
have-
listen to the
have
entire
a text
voice.
message where I can just read through.
Yeah.
Or if you're gonna voice record me, do it on WhatsApp so I can speed it up.
Yeah, I know,
what
you can go
mean?
2x. See,
You
that
can
one's
2x.
pretty good.
Yeah. Fair enough.
That's fair enough. I like that actually.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that.
But yeah, no, I didn't know shit. I didn't. I just knew that I had access to people that were willing to do work. Everything else in between was a blur.
You're like your mom, you figured it out.
Figure it the fuck out.
Have you ever had a rock bottom?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that was about like a year ago, maybe a little bit over a year ago. Got my first 6-figure credit card bill, and again, because I was financing everybody at 0%, money wasn't coming in quick enough, and that due date, I was like, there's no fucking way.
Yeah.
That was the first time I was like, I'm gonna lose everything. You know what I mean? And I had 2 days that I just couldn't sleep, couldn't think about anything else. I was grouchy, and then after that, I got over it because I'm not a little bitch, and I put my head down and figured it the fuck out. You know what I mean? Made some calls, leaned on the relationships that I had built over the couple years.
Talk about that a little bit, because
Yeah.
I mean, there's going to be some people listening to this that may not understand. Like you and I understand that
The power of relationships.
We have the power of relationships where we can make a call and be like, dude, I'm 500 short. Like,
Right.
boom,
Right.
I need this for X amount. Boom, boom, boom.
Right.
And we don't
But-
just mean like personal relationships, like being in the rooms around other types of people that are doing
Sure,
big
but
things.
can you explain that on a very granular level?
Which part?
How that happened?
How
How
got
you were
into-
able to make that happen? That $100,000 credit card bill.
Yeah. Well, after I was butthurt because I didn't think I was going to be able to figure it out. It actually went back to how I met Austin Rutherford of, hey, I need $60,000 in 48 hours or I'm going to lose 20 because we were in contract for 2 flips. It was make it happen or make it happen. There was no alternative.
No,
at the
yeah.
time. So I literally one by one, A, B, C, started making phone calls. Hey, I got this opportunity. Back when I met Austin, I was saying, hey, I got 3 free and clear houses I can pawn. I didn't know it was leverage.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was mortgage. I didn't know any of that. So I was calling it pawn.
Are you
I swear to God.
Are you serious?
I was like, I could pawn
Bro,
these 3 houses. I
love that.
Hold up.
I love
Dude,
that.
this is a Scalar's only moment right now. Hey, listen, bro. I can pawn these houses.
That's
Are
going
you
from
serious?
contractor
Yeah.
to developer.
I swear to
You know,
God,
Love's pawn
that's
shop.
how
Hey,
I
can I
was
pawn my
talking
house?
to- Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, wow. Please go on.
Did you go to Levi's or Levi's?
Before I was
Yeah.
Lev's Pawn and
dude,
Gold.
The reason
Or
I called it
Lev, yeah.
pawn is because when I was a server, when I didn't know anything about real estate, when I didn't know where I was going, like I've pawned many
So
times.
pawn some
Pawned my
houses.
PlayStation before. I've pawned
Yeah, so get stuff.
like shit to make it happen. But yeah, so I was pawning the houses. Let's fast forward to this situation,
Yeah.
and I took it back to after I literally had my moment of like going crazy, like oh my god, I'm gonna lose everything. Started the phone book. Okay, who do I know that could help me out? Called every single person, but instead of 100 phone calls like it took me the first time, it was 5 phone calls. Yeah, dude, I got you. Wax me on the interest. That's
Yeah.
okay. But it made it happen. I didn't lose my credit. Everything
And
was
really,
great.
that's all that matters,
That's
right?
all that
Get
matters.
out of it,
Yeah.
lesson learned.
Lesson learned.
Everybody wins at that
Everyone
point.
Yeah.
wins.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because at the same point, when you get, or you were thinking probably at that point, when I get to that point, if this person called me,
100%.
I got them.
100%.
It's all relationships.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well, that's the attorney. You guys know the Vincent brothers.
Yeah.
So he did the paperwork for us, and when I paid it back, he said, I was like, hey, dude, because I was so appreciative because I literally, dude, I need my credit to buy my materials.
Yeah.
I need it. So if that goes away, then we have some issues.
SOL.
Yeah, literally. But he's like, man, you don't need to thank me, man. These are the relationships you're building. That stuck with me. I was like, you're absolutely right. Like, it really is all about building those relationships that I can make a phone call and get $120,000 loan overnight. You know what I
Relationship
mean?
capital.
Yeah,
Mr.
the
Evans.
relationship capital. That's really what it is. So
Sometimes that's why you don't say no,
yeah,
right?
well, that's what it was at the beginning. But it wasn't for the money. It was just, again,
Yeah.
just to be when I first started, I just wanted to be the guy that people could call and get them out of messes. I didn't know that was going to translate into what it translated.
I think sometimes too people get too caught up in, oh, they're making this or they're making this much interest. Like you mentioned that. Yeah, I got waxed on the interest.
Yeah.
And I think too many people get caught up in what is someone else making
Count
versus
pockets.
what am I making?
100%.
How am I performing?
Exactly.
Was that a mental shift for you, or were you just immediately like, man, I want everyone else to make money? Or
It wasn't even about like I didn't want to not make them make money. I just knew that I was also in a situation. They had the money available, so they gave it to me.
so
and
that was not like a thing that you went through where you're like, man, they're making this or they're making this or
it wasn't that. I was just like, damn,
I need this.
but I
Like-
need it. I need it.
right. So I guess rewind
Yeah.
past that. Was there ever a time where you're like, man, this dude that's flipping this house is making, $100,000 and I'm making, X, or is there?
When I first started contracting, and that's what made me go into the flipping world, was like, dude, I'm
And
busting my
development.
ass every day here, running material, working 12 hours. The investor comes in once a week, maybe
I'm
once.
loading drywall.
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
like, dude, this dude's making like 50 racks. I'm making 10.
He's not doing
He's
shit.
not doing shit. Right? So
He's
that-
smoking cigars in Terry's basement.
Literally. And that's how I started looking into investing. And then that's when the good old fashioned, who are those guys? The ones that aren't doing too well anymore. Fortune builders.
Oh,
Fortune builders. Heard a radio ad. I was there the next fucking day. And I was almost
Dude, the
about-
marketing was on point, man, and their content really was on point. I think. I'm not sure where it went wrong. I really don't.
COVID.
Maybe that was it. I mean, live events killed everybody.
Yeah.
If you build your business on live events, and dude, if you build your business on any one thing,
One trick pony.
one customer or one niche or one thing, and you can't pivot, you can't steer your ship, you're fucked.
Oh, yeah.
You're fucked.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I guess with your business now, like, how do you look at like, man, if X happened, like I can do Y, or
Yeah.
is that something you look at like, hey,
Rates
my
go
customer
up,
base,
Well, in
whatever.
2023,
rates go
I
up.
pivoted.
Hey, this
My
yeah.
customer base was purely investors. There's no secret that we are buying less as investors.
Yeah.
Yep.
A little bit less. I mean, let's
Yep.
be honest here, because the refis, because of all this.
Absolutely.
So what happened is I started getting less phone calls. I was no longer like denying work. I was like, oh shit, what are we gonna do? We need to get some work going. So I pivoted into residential. Finally, these guys have been after contractors for the past 5 years, but all the investors were taking them, right? So every contractor and their mother was busy. Now you got that lesson load,
Which they pay more anyway.
and they pay way more.
Way
They're
more.
they're a lot. They're a little bit more annoying to work with.
Right, a lot more customer service aspects.
Yes, more white glove type service. But
For
yeah,
sure.
to your point, we pivoted to the retail component, and when I was like, oh shit, I don't have anything planned for the next 2 months. What am I going to do? I'm finishing up these couple rehabs. Literally joined a thumbtack, threw myself as residential, had all my connections write me 5-star reviews, had 15 jobs within a week.
Wow.
And we just started crushing. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, wait a second. That's
Dude,
how you
I-
pivot. Yeah.
So one of the questions I actually have is from one of our Scalers Only Mastermind.
On sale today. 10%.
No, seriously, it's a real question from a person in our Scalers Only Mastermind. Is they want to know, and I always have a bunch of different answers for a bunch of different people, but what would you say? How do I find a good contractor?
How do I find a good contractor? That's tough, man.
What are
That's-
top 3 things that you look for in one then?
So, I mean, when I'm looking for subcontractors, it's literally the way they speak, the way they carry themselves. How do you find a good anything? You know what I mean? Like, let's take the contractor label. How do you find a good person? Like, talk to them. You know what I mean? Ask them qualifying questions, not just about the skill set, but about their responsibility. Because I'll take heart over skill any day, and that's how I've been able to build my team. Finally, I was taking like, oh, I'm looking for the best. No, I'm looking for someone who's okay to admit that they're not the best, but they're showing up every single day.
They're trying to
Consistency.
find out
They're
how to
trying
be
to
the
figure it
best.
out,
Yeah.
right? Exactly. So that's how I find the best subcontractors is, are you going to show up? Because like if you're the best, but you're only showing up 1 out of 6 days,
It doesn't matter.
I'm
doesn't
thinking of
Is
the
a
word
problem.
humbleness right now.
why is that?
Because you said I'm not the best, but I'm willing to get better every single day,
Yeah.
and I want to get better every single day.
Right.
To me, that's humbleness.
Okay.
Humility. Yeah.
Humility. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I would
That is
say
a question. I mean, that's a question
Everybody-
Biggest
that
question
everyone
we always
asks.
get, dude. Like, how do you find good contractors?
Do I have to pay them more? Do I pay them up front? Do I give
Right.
like how do I
and
keep
everyone
them?
wants to know, like, the what's the secret
The magic.
sauce?
There isn't really
What's
one.
the magic to do this? And to me, this is the magic sauce. If someone likes you, and you're willing to pay them, you're willing to pay them well, which, you know, I always, hey, if I get 3 options, I'm usually choose the cheapest.
We saw that.
Which, that was an off-mic moment. But, you know, I think that, you know, I always say, listen, man, if you got 3 people and you got a good gut feeling about like anything, right? If you would put this person on your team and you want to develop a long-term relationship with them, dude, you see the numbers on the back end.
Yeah.
Why are you nickel and diming
Right.
when you're making hundreds, right? And so, like, dude, stop the like, give them the extra pennies, then you can do more volume, you know?
Right.
I guess I've always been a volume guy over profit.
Right.
I've always been a relationship guy over profit. And I just don't think many people are built that way.
Conversely, though, like from your side, what's one of the hardest things working with investors?
The money aspect, not necessarily the final price of what they're going to pay you, but the frequencies of when they pay you. They expect you to, especially the 101 guys, the ones that are just trying to get into it, because every mastermind says, don't pay your contractor.
If it's like their first house or something, you mean?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you know, don't ever pay your contractor up front. And it's like, listen, bro, like, that's great for you. That's not how this works. Like, everything takes time.
Someone's got
got
to get paid first.
Someone's got to get paid first, right? And
There's no money floating that.
my
in that
subs,
business.
I don't know if this is a good or a bad thing, but I think it's a good. That's how I've been able to retain a lot of them. Is we pay weekly. We don't pay bi-weekly. We pay bi-weekly on our staff.
Yeah.
But our subcontractors, every week they get paid because that's what they're living.
That's what they want, yeah.
Is that the
doing it
Monopoly
for.
Mastermind thing?
Maybe. No, I've always paid weekly. I've always paid weekly.
Have you?
Yeah, that's one of the sauce. My mom actually, she's like, you pay these guys weekly.
You
they
pay
will be
them on
back.
Friday, dude. Everybody's good.
Everybody's good. Now we actually pay Saturdays now. Because Friday, then they're wasting an hour and a half coming in for their
Just
check.
coming in for their
so
check.
go work Saturday morning. We'll come
Dude,
check
that's
your work
so
on
smart.
Saturday,
Right.
and then
Because
go.
they,
And then
That's
guess what?
genius,
That check
actually. I never thought
So,
about that.
that
Doesn't
check
clear till
doesn't
Monday.
cash till Monday.
dude,
We've got some
in
new
our-
Monopoly Mastermind content for.
dude, in our
Write that down, actually. Shoot.
That's amazing because in our contracting company, you know, these guys by 3:30, it's
Yep.
like
They're ready to come get their-
Every
cervezas
time.
and well, now they're on these boadies, which are like IPAs, are like 8.5
8%ers.
Yeah. So that's like the new
Way too
thing.
strong.
But they're here at like 4:00. I'm like, dude, we had another hour and a half to get stuff done,
100%.
but yet we lost it. And so then you times that by that many people, how much money did you really
And
lose?
how many weeks?
100%.
And so you times that by a year, you're like, dude, I lost. Dude, I'm doing the math in my head right now, and I'm getting pissed off.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, make it
Dude.
Saturday. The office is open 10 to 2 p.m. So they work 2 hours in the morning from 8 to 10. They come in, grab their check, and then
I think you're ready to
Dude.
drop a course.
That
Construction
That-
cartel.
that is fucking dope. I'm instituting that.
let's go, baby.
Let's
You're
go.
welcome.
love it,
Get some
man.
royalty on this.
What
He's
up?
like, yeah, I'm getting 2% on
So you
this
got
shit.
all this stuff going. What's your next strategy, or what are you trying to? Because I know you have stuff
I want
planned.
to be a successful developer. So, like, yeah, we're in the midst of this. We've been working on it for 2 years, but man, the wire hasn't hit, man.
Yeah.
You know, I want this to materialize. I'm facing millions of dollars that we can truly create. So I just want to see a building go up, man. You
So
know?
after that, you want to repeat that again and keep doing more of those, or?
Well, so I got we have the 3 acres in New Albany downtown Village Center.
Okay.
That we're about to go architectural review board to go in for building
Nice.
permits, and that's going to be the legacy one. I mean, the true legacy
Okay.
asset, because that's New Albany.
See,
5 minutes from in town.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm going to completely disagree with you.
Oh shit.
You're young enough, and you're smart enough, and you're knowledgeable enough. I think that's your legacy piece for the next maybe 5 to 10.
Yeah.
But I think after that,
That's
Yeah.
something
you're going
bigger.
to have many legacy pieces.
Oh,
You're
for
gonna
sure.
Far outpace that.
But the first one's always
That's
it's
the
like your
one that's their
firstborn.
baby.
You know, it's your firstborn. Even though Newark was our firstborn, but we were always
Hey.
as a client, or we were always the servicer, right?
Yeah.
We weren't the client.
This one's all you.
Now we're gonna buy it, which is great. But this one from beginning has always been. I mean, it's been in my partner's family. New Albany company went to his high school when he was in high school and said, "Oh, this is what we're doing at the business park." He can, at that age, he convinced his parents,
No way.
who are Egyptian, to start buying parcels. They bought 8 different parcels to make up these 3 acres. It was his college
Wow.
thesis thing, because he went to developer school. I mean, he wanted to
shit.
be a real estate guy from day one,
Yeah.
just like the conventional route. So here we are. We put it in contract. His parents are all on board. It's ours. So it's like our first, like, man, this is what he's been working towards, what I've
Yeah.
been working towards, without me even knowing him at the time.
How'd you meet him, by the way?
Life, man. No,
Because sounds like a great partnership. Like,
another
he has a lot of
off
stuff to
mic?
fulfill. I mean, it's a great
beautiful.
partnership
It was,
sounding like.
4th of July, I was at a random party, and City Barbecue fucked up our order. And someone was like, "Esteban, you're the best at speaking. Call that and get a barbecue sauce." I was like, "Say less." So I call them. They agree to barbecue sauce and some French fries for the troubles. I hang up. This dude in the corner is like, "That's it? You didn't get it for free? What the fuck?" I was like, "Oh shit, my bad. You do it." He's like, "Give me the phone." I'm here. I'm on the phone. At that point, I was starting the wholesaling aspect. I was like, "Acquisitions, this motherfucker." Acquisitions.
Yeah.
he got the whole order for free. He got them to bring the barbecue sauce. I mean, I was just like, as soon as he hung up, I was like, "Hey, let's talk outside real quick." He's like, "What's up?" I was like, "You working anywhere? What do you do?" He's like, "Oh, COVID shut us down. But I was developing, the project manager on this development out in California, and I was doing all these boutique hotels." I was like, "So you could," and we're staying in a multi-family
Yeah.
apartment. I was like, "So you could do all this?" He's like, "Yeah, this is what I do."
Is he about yay tall?
That's the second one. The other one is
Got
the one
it.
to introduce
Because
us.
that dude actually sold one of my apartment buildings.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Worked for SVN.
SBN, yeah. Kareem Elmer. Yeah, that's my partner. Yeah, but it wasn't that dude that I met.
Yeah.
This is the other dude, crazy dude. He's just, but loves to do the shit. And I was like, "Dude, well, if I figure out the money piece, can you help me do this? We should develop some shit." He's like, "Yeah, for sure." And then like 3 days later, he calls me. He's like, "I think we need a third guy, and I think I know exactly the guy." It was Kareem. So we all met in his loft apartment. Started talking. He's like, "How do we not become 3 dudes in a room talking? Like,
That's
how do we
awesome.
do this shit?" And that's how it kind of started.
Thanks, City Barbecue, right?
Yeah,
Thanks for fucking up our order.
Literally, I love City Barbecue, but this episode. But that's literally how it happened, and here we are. We just started meshing well, and
That's
now we're
awesome.
here. Yeah,
That's funny. Terry's like that when we go out. Always, anytime someone brings up something or he's always introducing, like the really power of relationships, like we don't just preach it, like he does it. We do it.
It starts from nothing. You
Yeah,
never know how it can
starts
start.
from
dude, you never know who you're meeting.
Who you're meeting.
I raised $50 grand
Yeah.
from a dude on a first class.
Yeah, and that
airplane
wasn't
I
even
never
a-
met.
That wasn't even a networking event.
Yeah, no,
You know
it was
what I
just,
mean? It was just
random
Dude, if someone is dumb enough
to give me 50
to,
grand.
no, I'm serious. I'm like, fly cheap, blah blah blah. But here's the thing: if someone is dumb enough to pay 5 times what it costs for coach, dude, they're dumb enough to give us money.
All right.
You know what I mean? And they're also smart enough to understand that this person was also dumb enough to pay for this seat. So
Terry.
So
now I know what course to sell you.
So for me,
Baby. Points.
What is
I pay
it?
for those flights. Points,
dude,
baby.
it's all points.
You pay for those when you pay
not
me
really
those
dumb.
construct when I buy the material.
Hey, listen, we pay for a lot of material. But my point being is, like, if someone's dumb enough to sit in first class and do all that, right? Or be able to understand the value, as you're trying to put it, dude, there's a lot of value in those people that are sitting in those seats. If you can figure it out, great. Bump into them, conversation. It's like having a conversation at a high-end bar or a high-end restaurant or the country club or now pickleball. That's like the new thing, right?
I can't wait.
I made him join another gym just so he can play
I can't
pickleball.
wait.
Bro,
No, you're not. Are you? Let's go.
This dude took me to a gym literally
I
yesterday.
told him it was different, and all of a sudden he's like, I see it
And
now.
I'm like, man,
You going
probably
with
one of the
Tommy?
most prestigious gyms in
I want
Columbus.
to go.
Let's go.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, man, I don't want to pay another $159.
No, he
a month.
didn't. You literally just went in and said, I want a day pass. That's fine. When he was leaving, he's like, all right, sign me up.
Like, and it's not the. It's just.
Is it
I'm like,
pickleball?
man,
He already
Sure.
has
another
No, it's another one at East in the gym.
Okay.
Not named up any gyms, but it's a really nice gym, and it's actually great
Yeah, 'cause
networking
it's all
too.
pros gym up in this bitch.
You
know
see
what
so
I'm
many
saying?
people there and everything,
Let's convert that to a pickleball.
Uh-oh.
Gym.
Done.
The roof
Warehouse.
could be a pickleball, rooftop pickleball.
I know Contractor.
It could be pickleball.
Rooftop
up there.
pickleball.
It will be the only rooftop pickleball in the city of
It is
Columbus
starting.
in the state of Ohio.
And I know someone's going to build it out too.
Let's go.
Cool, let's do it. Actually, that's a great idea.
We'll name it after you.
That's 2.
Can we do that? If he builds it,
Third
can we
one
name it
I'll
after
charge
him?
Great.
Naming rights for building it.
That's a great idea, no? So what you think? He's over there like, damn, bro, you need to do that shit.
Pickleball's legit. I thought it was like dumb as fuck. And
I heard the name.
I was like, this is.
I haven't played it
It's
yet,
like,
but I want
it's
to play
like
it.
the bridge between ping pong and
pick-
tennis.
Yeah. And you still sweat, which is great for you.
But you don't even move that much.
But you don't
You're, like,
move that
stuck in
much where you're
place.
like.
Listen, I played
know?
with this. What was that dude? Well, you guys weren't there, but shit.
What's that? I don't
It was
know.
this Indian.
Andre
dude.
Agassi?
No, he was the Andre Agassi of pickleball, and he beat me 11-2. And I was so happy to get 2 points on him. Actually, that was like
I got 2 on you, though. I got 2.
that was a highlight, and we played singles. And I was like, damn. Forget his name, but anyways, not important. But I was just like, wow. Like,
When
there's
did you
a
play
lot-
singles with him?
6:30 on Saturday, 2 Saturdays ago.
Okay, you were just telling me, no, you can't play singles last week, so you lied to me. You lied.
Hey, he's still
No.
trying to
And then
figure it
yesterday,
out.
you were like,
Listen.
no, you can play singles, but you knew this when you played 2 weeks ago then.
My hamstring hurts. Still.
So you just
My
want to play.
hamstring still hurts.
No, you need 2 people to play. Oh, okay, we can't play together. Fine then.
My hamstring
knew it.
really hurts.
So what do you
Truth
think?
comes out.
What do you think about like the state of the market right now?
I mean,
Like, where do you think we're at? Do
For you, the
think
state's always good because you're. I mean, everyone
we're
needs
in a
you.
recession? Do you think there's one
I
coming?
think a
Do you
recession's
think it
coming.
matters?
I
for this
I
market?
personally
You don't think it's here?
I don't think it's.
Now
for
we're
you.
in Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah,
all right.
so
One
we're
of the
the
top-
different, yeah.
So
Yeah,
this
but-
is like the one market that's
Yeah.
not like.
but that's where
We were
I'm
never
at.
inflated. That's why we've always been affordable. It's
Yeah.
stuff never
No,
went
I
crazy.
think it's gonna get a little bit worse before it gets better. But I mean, I'm excited, dude. Like
As
everyone's
a
always
buyer or
talking,
developper,
Yeah,
100%.
dude. Everyone's talking about.
It's like
oh,
Black
I
Friday
wish 08. I
sales.
was like, too bad I was in like 8th grade in 08. Like, should have been saving for houses then.
Do you think that? But also too, you've been around the right people for the longest.
Yeah,
You think of this shit differently. Now.
yeah.
But most people watching, they're like, dude, I suck. I can't pay my bills.
Most people
I'm-
watching aren't even thinking about they don't even know. They don't really truly get what a recession is. You know what I mean? They don't understand the economics.
They don't
behind it.
understand the bad, and they don't understand the good either.
When it was good, they were like, "Oh, everything's so expensive." It's called inflation.
They're all those, but they're all
Yeah,
those
dude,
people in the middle.
materials.
They're all
Oh
those
my
people
God.
in the middle.
Yeah.
The cost of lumber.
Yeah. But here's the thing, like I used to be like, man, we all need to be just like peace and love and help each other out. It's like, bro, the information's there. It's there every single
Nowadays more than
yeah,
ever.
Google, dog. Like
Now you have AI. Ask AI
you have
anything, it'll answer you.
anything you need to get to where you want to be. So if you're not where you want to be, it's your own fault.
That's on you.
It's on you. So like I don't feel bad anymore. I used to, man, why can't, like, it's not fair for people.
Why can't our
it is, dude.
tenants-
We're in
why
America.
can't our tenants
The
pay
moment
us?
you have a blue passport or you're on this side of the line, sorry. Like, if you don't figure it out, it's on you.
I used to feel like that about tenants until you kick out a couple when they got brand new TVs and stuff. I'm like,
Yeah, exactly.
you had the money.
Bro,
They called you a
You know what I
cripple.
mean? They called me a cripple. That was after I hurt my arm. And
that's
We all
fucked
do.
up.
And bro, do you know I did that TV, by the way? Because there was like 9 cop cars. I never show up to evictions and any of that stuff, right?
I think I saw that on your
I don't
story.
have
it
to
was
do
set
that.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have to do it, like, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna show up to this one. So I show up, and we got our whole team there. There's 9 squad cars. I'm not shitting you. Up and down Carpenter Avenue in
video.
Columbus, Ohio. There's 9 squad cars. I'm not shitting you.
Oh, carpenters. Those also broke me.
So anyway,
I mean, dude, even
there's-
ChatGPT, how do I negotiate a better deal with Esteban? Here are 5 tips to negotiate a better deal with Esteban. Know what you want before entering.
ChatGPT.
Research. I mean, dude, nowadays it,
Yeah, it's right there.
it tells you
Everything's
anything
right
you want.
But what I realize is like the same thing I've always realized in this business. Like, dude, there's a certain group of people that are always gonna, and this is like I would say more of like a, I don't even want to say a class thing. It's just it's an information thing. If you are willing to seek out the information,
It's there.
you're going to be richer.
But you
If
got
you
to do
seek
it.
out information on this way, you're gonna be poor. If all you do is scroll on Facebook about people's
Or
problems
complain.
and complain, you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna complain. You're gonna have problems. Or if you scroll on self-help, man, I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna be around the right people. I'm gonna learn how to make more money. You know what's naturally gonna happen?
You're gonna make more money.
You're going to make a lot more money.
Bro, I just saw some random video on my For You page on TikTok, and it was
For
like,
you, I just told him about this For You page. He just told me about it. I was like, "What's a For You page?"
Dude,
What is
FYP,
it?
baby.
for you, dog.
FYP, baby.
Can we
FYP.
all look on our
That's what
IG
I'm
and see what our
saying.
For You is?
Let's
His is all like muscle builders. Mine's all like first class tickets and
Well,
PJs.
I got the pro
you
gym.
mine.
Yeah.
You said we could ask you about anything. Let's see. What's your For You page?
No, but I saw this, and it was New York City at 5:30 a.m. and they pan into a multifamily building. All the lights are off. Maybe one is on. It's 5:30 in the morning, and they're like, "This is kind of the projects of New York City. Lower income." And then pan over to the $1 million studios that they have right over here. 80% of the lights are on.
Oh wow. What are they doing? There you go.
You move different. You're up at
Yeah.
5:30 when you're rich as fuck because one, you appreciate your life. Two, you're willing to work hard, and that's how you got there. When you're poor and you don't want anything, you got the one guy working to get out of there, right? But most people aren't willing to do what it takes to get the success.
Can we go in
I'm not
on
waking
that?
up at 5:30 in the morning though. Sorry.
That's crazy.
No, it is true though.
That's a very interesting, observation.
So I personally think that it's all momentum. Like if you have momentum in one way or the other, going back to the whole Facebook, and scrolling and this and that. But dude, if you got momentum in one way, dude, that's the way you're going. You got momentum in the other way, that's the way you're going. It's like watching a basketball game. Dude, basketball games are all momentum.
Any sport.
Any sport, but basketball in general.
Go on runs.
Yeah, it's just like you just, when you got it and you got that confidence, and you're like, man, and like, if you put yourself in a way of confidence all the time, like, dude, that's probably what's going to happen in your life.
Right.
You put yourself in negative situations, that's probably what's going to happen in your life.
Yeah.
It's just, it's so weird how it's all mindset, and it seems so simple, but it's also so complicated.
It is, because it's a decision that only you can make. It's a literally a flick of a switch when it happens, but like it's actually getting that. It's like when the alarm goes off, do you snooze it, or
I'm not gonna lie, I snooze it.
Hey, you can though.
I snooze it.
But you can. But I promise you, if it was something that
No,
it
you're
was
right.
like,
You have-
need
yeah.
to get up.
Hands down, you're right. Completely
you're gonna
right.
Get the fuck up.
When
Yeah.
we got to go to the airport, you get up.
I do.
Exactly. There's some people that are like,
You awake yet? I've been awake. You up yet? I'm at your front door, Terry. Let's go.
there's some people that just don't.
And the other day, hey Bob, you awake for the gym? No, I'm sleeping.
Got a guy hitting me up constantly right now, and like he resonated with me because like I see him as a good person. He just keeps asking like, "How did you do it, man? Like, how did you change?" And I keep saying it's really not that hard, dude. It's a decision.
You have to have the inner.
Put
You
your
have
head
to do
down.
it.
I gave him 3 tasks. I said, meditate, journal, like the easiest things ever, right? Meditate, journal, and he's trying to learn English. Do an hour of English. That's all I'm asking for the next 2 weeks. And then he's like, "Well, what are we gonna do Saturday? We can go out." I was like,
I just told you about
bro, no, like don't.
Yeah.
Why are you thinking about that, right? And like to me,
that
I'm
right
like,
there. Your mindset's not ready yet.
I'm looking at it and I'm just like, dude, you're a good guy, but at the same time, like you're just not there yet. Like until you realize like nothing else matters, you're just not gonna. It's not gonna happen.
Someone else can't solve it for you. You got to do it yourself.
Exactly.
You gotta put in the work and do it
Can
yourself.
you be my mentor? I'm like, you're not. Ready for
Not
it.
everyone's
You're not ready.
mentable.
Let me ask this question too. Are you one of those people that's like cut bad people out of your life?
Not. I would call
Or-
them bad people, but
Or
yeah.
limit your exposure.
Or limit your exposure to maybe someone that that's going to put you in that negative space.
Yeah. Fortunately and unfortunately, it hurts, but at the same time, like you have to be around the right people. I had to cut one of my best friends out like 3 years ago.
I know. I miss you, man. You haven't called me. I'm kidding.
He wanted, he's like, oh, I want to do. He saw me. We were both servers. We went to high school together. We were really good friends. Loved.
Where was you a server at, by the way?
Carrabba's Italian Grill. Shout out.
Well, hold on. At Polaris?
Yes, sir.
Hold on. What year?
Fuck. Since I was 19 to 5 years.
So
after
what
that.
year? What year?
What would that be? 2013, 2012, 2013, something like
I
that.
was serving then too.
Yeah. 2013 through 2018.
I know how I know you now.
Were
You spit in his food, didn't you?
I would never.
Salt.
An ex-girlfriend of mine
Oh,
and I went to Carrabba's. You were a fucking waiter.
swear.
I promise, bro. And then I took her back there in 2013. And then you were there. It was at the very beginning. It was like
What a small
January.
world.
I swear, dude.
That's crazy.
I've been trying to figure that shit out for a lot of
You
years.
saw it all change from server to
Oh my
so
dude.
hotel
And that was
flipper
like-
to
that was
contractor
like our
to.
date spot, and that was date spot before, but like,
That's crazy.
dude,
That's crazy.
That's random.
holy
That's random
shit,
as fuck. Yeah, that's where I worked.
dude! I was up there today, and like, it's just,
That's
I
different
literally
now,
was
yeah.
up at Polaris today.
Really?
Yeah,
That's just a testament, though. You really can if you put it like you've been through it, and you're living proof that you can go from just a server to a. I mean,
I literally
That's awesome.
just put that shit together.
From making
insane.
tips to making $1 million deals.
We-
Love
hey,
it.
Donald Payne says
hey.
30,000 is what I would make
Yeah.
roughly a year, from 30K to 30 mil.
30K to
I'm
30
married now,
mil.
but we were broken up the last time we went there and saw you. But yeah,
Awesome.
Oh, it was with Brie?
no, it was way before her.
Oh, okay. The other one.
Yeah, that's why I asked what year.
Wow.
Way before.
Small world. Small world.
Yeah.
Small world.
It is crazy though, because even like
I got some people skills there, though. That is
Being in a
I mean,
restaurant, you have to admit, you learn a lot. Being in a
Customer
restaurant,
service.
being in
I was broke,
hospitality,
but
you
I
learn a
was-
lot of stuff.
you learn how to talk to
I
people.
bought too many
Oh yeah,
houses
you
back
have
then.
to. When you're in hospitality, you learn so many skills that you just need to tap into and know. But you learn so much: how to talk to people, how to deal with people, it's people skills
What I
are right
didn't
there.
like was
And you
the
respect eating shit.
Yeah.
nightlife, though.
No, I
It
hate
was like I loved it at the time.
you go out after.
But like,
you go out
yeah,
after,
your
yeah.
life starts at 4 p.m. You're done at like.
Oh, it's
10,
not a good
and then
lifestyle,
you go, and then
but-
you
You go
spend
out.
the money
Yep.
at the bar right next door.
Till
you
2.
complain
and
about
then
your
you-
life.
and then you wake up at 10 or 11.
Literally, and your day's gone. So it was like, yeah. It was,
I owned a brewery,
got
bro.
lost in the
I get it,
sauce.
man.
Well, you know what? Biggest piece of advice for young ones that are starting out there, because some people have to go through that to hustle and
Yeah.
make it, right? But how do you get out of that cycle and how do you move forward? Biggest tip. Otherwise, you're stuck.
I just put it together.
I love how traumatized
Dude,
you are.
I
about
am
this.
traumatized because like, I was just
I'm
like,
racking my head. I'm like, because I remember a lot of motherfuckers. I'm like, I can kind of see your face there, but I'm like, no, that wouldn't be it. Maybe if I
dude,
saw
I
your
came
girls.
there.
'cause
I
was a
actually
little
drank
horny
wine.
back then.
I drank
You
wine.
probably had a popped collar at the time, spiked hair.
No, I
Yeah,
did
yeah.
have spiked hair. I had hair.
Hair.
Fuck you guys.
That was 10 years ago.
Yeah,
Damn,
it was
that
10 years ago, man.
But yeah, moving on. Biggest piece of advice to get out of that cycle. That's a hard cycle to get out of. And that's one of the biggest industries in America is hospitality. Everyone's in it.
You know,
You did it.
I know, but
What
I
made you
did it-
click?
I
Is it
did
hard
in
thinking
an
back that long?
unorthodox way. I didn't do it thinking like, man, I gotta
I'm
get out
being
of this.
real.
Yeah, I'm not saying to get something bigger, but it's
I got out of that because I actually had broken up with a girlfriend for like the 7th time, and I was tired of loving other people except for myself. And that's when I just focused on me. When you look inward, I think is when it happens.
So break up with a girlfriend is what you're saying.
It worked
Just
for me.
kidding.
That's honestly.
They're
that's
dragging you
honestly-
By the way, it worked for me too. High five.
Let's go.
It worked for me
Let's
too.
go. Yeah, I was just like, damn.
Look at your power
focusing
within.
All my time on
Shed
this person.
negative weight, right?
Yeah. I think just love yourself is the way to start going.
I love that. Love yourself.
Love yourself. Yeah, dude. Until you respect yourself enough to be like, I can be more. I should be more.
Yeah.
Then it's not gonna happen. It's just not. That's literally when the switch flipped for me was I said I'm going to punish myself is what I was saying to myself by not going out. I'm only gonna work hard on me. I didn't understand that was actually loving myself. It wasn't punishment, but started going to the gym, started reading, and it was just a couple pages a day. I started journaling, and I would not go out. It doesn't matter if there was
Fucking momentum, dude. It's
bitches,
momentum.
if it was whatever it was,
Yeah.
like calling me out. I was like, just not gonna do it. 5 months later, boom, that's when it
Work.
happened, dude.
Favorite book to date?
Favorite book to date?
Comics don't count.
No, I'm not a huge reader. I do like Who Not How. I do like that a lot because that's what helped me in my business. Is I can't do it alone.
Yeah.
So I'd say that's probably one of my favorites. But I'm not a huge reader. I like
What
to
about
listen.
like speakers? Yeah.
Yeah, I like to listen. I listened lately to the 48 Laws of Power.
I love
That opened up my eyes.
Robert Greene.
That opened up my. Is it up there?
No.
No.
Should be, I guess.
Pretty,
Dude, that opened up.
pretty manipulative, but
It
yeah.
is, but like
It's
it
a good-
helped me
teaches
understand
you
that I was getting
see the other
manipulated.
way. Yeah,
I was.
yeah.
It was kind of like a
You could use it or you could
as
take
a
it as a
shield.
lesson.
Yeah, dude. That's when I was able to like pick up on like, oh shit, I'm getting manipulated.
Yeah.
I'm literally getting
That's
manipulated.
wild. I knew it.
That's where it is.
He's still not over that.
I'm not over it,
Well,
man.
you know
It
what? I'm
just-
not over. He didn't buy Lexington from me, so.
Oh, now you're even.
I'm just, I'm like-
No. Let's talk about that for
I
a
just-
second. Here I am. I'm going to a brand new mastermind, right? I don't know any of these people. I'm the smallest fry in the room. I had known Tommy a little bit. He's like, dude, I know a guy that would love this. His name's Terry Summers. It's right up his alley. He'll definitely buy it from you. I'm so excited to meet this motherfucker. Big deal, right? Everyone has told me about who he is.
Never take him deals. He shuts them all down.
So I'm in Cancun. Hey man, nice to meet you. Tommy goes, hey, he's got a deal for you. First thing he's like, I don't want it. I was like, what a dick.
No, we'll see both sides actually. So you give me your perception, then we'll just go to Terry and see why you didn't buy that deal.
I don't know. It was a great deal. First of all, it was a great fucking
It was
deal.
a great deal.
It was in the midst of COVID. He was in a buying freeze. I get it. For
That's what
me-
you think. Is that what really happened? Though?
Well,
We'll
that's
come
what
to
they told me.
that. Now, what's the reality?
I don't know my freeze.
So why
That's what I
didn't you
tell
buy that
people.
deal? So okay, the other perspective. Why
Yeah.
didn't you buy that deal
Why
from
didn't you buy
Esteban?
that deal?
He came to me like a crackhead. wanting to sell
You're
that
too
deal.
Thirsty.
He was way too thirsty. And
It
listen,
was
I
my second wholesale deal ever, word of mouth. I was on a high.
but
You know,
I-
if he
I-
would have found it, he would have bought it.
Yeah.
But
If-
I will
if
say,
we-
I
if
will
we
say
would've-
this:
yeah.
the
So you think how you portray yourself
the
is actually a way to get a better deal.
Two things. The street in which he found upon the dealeth.
Uh-huh.
No, he's a
I bought. Yes. So
Falsifier.
that deal, I bought a house literally like 3 doors down for like $5,000, and it's
recency
a
bias.
sucky ass street. There's no other way to put it. It's a shitty ass street.
Was
But
That's right up his alley, dude. Have his portfolios
It is-
on the shitty street.
I buy the worst houses on the
only
worst
a third
streets.
of a portfolio.
So in hindsight,
How dare you?
So in hindsight, if you would have presented it better and you would
No.
have looked more into it, because you should have bought that deal now. You're thinking, and you should,
Right.
right? So
That's true.
I just, when you meet someone that's completely new,
Right.
you don't, especially someone that's been a veteran. And listen, dude, I was a new guy for a long time,
Right.
like 8 years, long time. And this dude was new for, I don't know, a couple days, months,
Weeks,
whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
And I was just like, man, I'm not gonna buy it. And there's like, what's he know that I don't?
Hey, he's like.
And it goes back to the buying and selling thing. I'm
Right.
like, what's he know about this
I
deal
don't
that
think
I
I
don't?
was even knowledgeable enough.
Yeah.
If-
I don't know what I know.
Looking back,
Yeah.
I should have kept that motherfucker.
Right. I should have bought that thing.
Yeah.
But do you see what I'm saying? It's like the buying and selling thing.
Right.
We're always trying to read each other. It's like,
Right.
what's he know that I don't?
would you have done it
Right.
different?
No, he's like Pete
you
Carroll.
have
He
done it
won't
different
start
now?
rookies.
He
Won't start rookies.
Hey, no,
Yeah.
would you have done it
He
different
won't
now? If
run
you
the
looking
ball
back,
on the 1 yard line. He'll
Yeah,
throw it and
he'll
get
throw
an
it.
intercepted.
No,
guy.
I will run the ball. Listen, I will run the ball with Marshawn Lynch on the 1 fucking yard line.
Fumbles it at the 1, man.
no, but Terry, would you have done it different now, though, or would you have still knowing now and it was the same thing right
now if I
now? Would
would've
you?
said
Yeah,
that
no,
deal,
we would've fought over
52K
that deal.
on Lexington?
We would have bought that deal. Yeah, we would
Yeah.
have fought over that deal.
No, the crazy part is
That's totally how the
looking
deal
back,
works. Yeah.
52 10K rehab worth 160.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
today.
done.
Done. But it's all right. That's a good story.
You know what? We're
I
gonna
really
do those.
thought I was just like, this guy just generally doesn't like me. That's what I was just like,
I'm pretty
this guy's like, oh, new guy, fuck this guy. That's literally, I was like, this is some hazing. I thought it was some rookie hazing. I mean,
I guess partially it was then.
Dude, I made
Hold on.
$3,000 on that deal.
Let me just tell a
I'm
quick
so
story
pissed.
because we had a property today that we had to pay out on, and we are net almost 70K on that deal. When we took it to him initially, you know what he said? That's too high. We're net 70.
That's the
on it.
Terry special.
Right. He was like, that's not. He said,
listen,
he
take
said,
me off.
He said,
Hey,
that's not a deal.
Hey, I've learned from the best. Okay.
But you know what? So we'll go with this then. So things have changed. Terry, would you now buy a deal from Esteban if he brought you a good one?
If it was a good deal, I wouldn't bring it.
I-
Ah, there we go. He's like,
I'd buy
"Bring
myself.
No. Let me answer your question. I would not buy a deal from Esteban. I would partner with Esteban and be his business partner.
There we go.
There it is, baby.
I like that. Look at that.
Just
Development
raise the LP.
changes. That's real life stuff
Yeah,
right
Bobby's
there.
been trying to force that.
GP. We can be double GPs.
So what you
That
got?
sounds sexual. I don't like it.
Obviously,
Tummy stick.
we know that you're doing a lot of big stuff now, but what do you got going on? Like,
I got a son, man. I know you read.
Your son's growing up, man. I
He's
saw that.
so fucking cute. Dude.
I missed the birthday party too. I was out of town for that crap. It looks like so
Bro.
much fun. I'm watching like, man, I
By
want
the
to be
way-
there.
He's 2.5.
By the way, it
2.5
looks like your
years?
wife.
Luckily.
Actually, dude, he looks like me when I was a little kid. If you look at
Fully
pictures,
disagree.
he's just her colors. He has her colors, but is my face.
Yeah,
picture.
that's what we all say. That's what we listen. That's what we all say.
No, but honestly, dude, that's what I'm focusing on is being able to come home and like playing with him. Because dude, nothing feels better. Like, have you ever had a pet?
He just got one,
got-
dude. He just got
So
it.
you know when you get
puppy
home
now.
and that
It
puppy
is
just
great.
runs home and
Yeah.
that feeling of like, dude, this thing. Imagine a kid.
It's so
Papa,
nice.
Fucking hugging your leg. You're like,
He calls you
fuck,
Papa?
He calls me Papa, Dada, Daddy. It's great. It's great.
I'm waiting on that, bro. Because
Yeah. It's
I
gonna be
got
just
two
wait.
little ones, but I'm bonus dad. But
You're a
waiting
dad,
on-
dude. Quit saying that
Yeah.
bonus.
Yeah,
You're a
you-
dad.
But
You're dad.
I'm waiting on the moment that someone says, "Dada."
Yeah.
that's true.
Just wait.
That is true.
Dad,
That's
dad.
cute. That's cute as fuck too. And when they start saying random words that they hear you say, and you're just like, "Whoa, you're so smart."
Do they pick
You
up
figured
on
it
Terry's
out.
son's gonna learn cuss words first. Dada, screw
No,
you.
my kid did say shit the other day. I was like, "Shit." He's like, "Shit," and I was like, "Oh, crap." He's like, "Fuck." But yeah,
Terry's is gonna be like, Amen.
Amen.
Well, that's awesome, brother. Like, how do people reach out to you? You're gonna start whatever you decide you're gonna start a course. Drop that for sure because you have so much knowledge to give. And
Or if you do want someone just to reach out to you.
yeah,
At don.esteban.ceron.
and one of your company
Instagram.
names if you want to invest or get in with you guys.
I mean, if you're looking for development stuff, horse and raw development, general contracting help, not me just necessarily doing
Yeah.
it. Unless you need help, that's cool. Metro Renovations 12, 1 through 11 we're taking. And then Gen Wealth 1, if you want to help
Yeah.
out with these athletes and get involved. I mean, we're always helping them look for private money.
I think that's
Gen
key. You're gonna do
Wealth
big with
1?
that.
GenWealth1.com, and then you spell out 1. That's the website. So that's it. We did have a tech company, kind of flopped.
Your crypto stuff, right?
I mean, we're still doing it. We're
Are you
still
building
mining
those
it.
out?
We're still doing that stuff, but we had a bigger vision for it. But it was we were getting pulled in so many different directions, and it felt like a distraction. So we're still doing it on the side, literally passive, because we don't pay for electricity at our place. So we're just mining at the office, and it's just doing it on its own.
Nice.
One day I'd like to go back to it and figure out a way to incorporate AI into real estate. But for now, we got just so much on the plate. But that company was named Obelisk Industries. Just goes with the Egyptian theme.
Nice.
Dude, Egyptians were the greatest builders of all time.
like it.
Yeah.
Were they? Or was it them? Maybe it was another.
You think it was aliens? Probably. No one questions the Mexican pyramids. You know those motherfuckers built that.
That's true.
That's fucking hilarious. Or some Mayans. Anyways, man, if you could give one piece of advice to our Scalers Only community, people that want to elevate their life in real estate, business, and lifestyle, what would you say?
What would be my one piece of advice? Look within, dude. Start loving yourself. Until you love yourself, you're not going to be able to love anyone else, and you're not going to be able to grow the way you want to grow. So start educating yourself, both spiritually, financially, emotionally, and just look within. All the answers come from there.
Love it.
Good
Good
to
stuff,
have you
man.
back in the building.
Yeah, dude, it's been a while.
Thank you for stopping by.
Are we? Yeah, damn, that was quick.
You're the man.
Love you guys, man.
Hey,
This is fun.
Love you too, man.
Hey, let's get a little drunk.
Hey, we'll cut that later, but till next time, right?
We'll edit that. Anyways, guys, thank you for tuning in to the Scalers Only show, where we talk real estate, business, lifestyle, and everything in between with my man Brian Keenan. Esteban Don Ceron.
No, it's Don Esteban.
Don Esteban.
What is Esteban Ceron? The Don
there
is
we
just because
go.
I'm the Don of the
And
Latinos.
Mr. Avishek Barua. Look us up on Instagram, Facebook, and we're now on YouTube. Please tune in to the next one. And until next time,